middle of the intersection. That, again, I think that has to be the one thing we can stress, is that the manhole covers are coming up from the storm sewers. And if the roadway is covered with water, you can't see that. And chances are, you'll probably find it with your car, and that would not be good at all. North shore of Big Spirit Lake, as many as 50 trees ripped over, and with a lot of debris on the road in that area. Also, Templar Park, water over the road, a culvert pushed up out of the ground, and that has lifted some trees as high as 3 feet in the air. That's in the area of Templar Park, an area that was already hard hit before this storm even hit. And the road south, on the south shore of Big Spirit Lake, east of the pump house, is closed now in Orleans. Another road closing there, again, 9 and 60 in Osceola County, also underwater, and it's impassable. And Arnold Park, police asking nobody to travel on Highway 71 down through the Okoboji and Arnold Park area. That, again, is area that is inundated with water, as most areas are this evening. Tornado warning in effect until 6:30 for southern Kossuth County, still in effect this hour. And as we check the late 11 o'clock, tornado watch is also in effect for the warned area, and that warned area would be until 11 o'clock now. Again, our tornado watch is until 8 o'clock for Dickinson, Clay, Emmett, Osceola, and O'Brien counties. And another new tornado watch for Cherokee and the Buena Vista County areas now until 11 o'clock. And now I believe we have somebody else on the line that can maybe give us some information.
Yes, it's Norm Meinking is on the phone with us right now, Paul.
Okay, Norm, from the northwest corner of Big Spirit, correct?
Yes, betcha.
How bad is it? What's it like up there?
Oh, geez. I don't know where Paul Hedberg was, but the water has arrived in the lake.
It's here.
Yes, it has.
Now, Big Spirit has had some well-documented problems so far this year. How much worse is it now than it was this morning, Norm?
Well, the wind, of course, is a big problem, and the additional water is just blowing in all places. I've only lived here 33 years, and I have never seen water on the west side just pouring into the lake. The erosion is just unbelievable. It's pouring into every field. Every culvert is full, and the trees. I just looked. I just drove up and down the west side here. There's probably 50 trees that I noticed here within a mile, well, less than a mile, that are eroded away, and now they've tipped over in the wind from the east. Up here, there's a swimming beach. There's a huge tree that is probably halfway across the road, formerly a gully, and they put a huge, like a 3.5 or 4 foot steel tube down to take the water away from the place in the event of large storms. Well, this now is probably 3 feet above the ground level. It just exploded up, and there were trees planted on top of this. This is a beautiful, immaculate home, and it's a tremendous amount of damage there. Both North and South Templar are just devastated. There's water rushing in from the west there, just probably hips high, going into that area right now. It's just a mess.
And the winds are still strong.
Oh yes, it's blowing directly out of the east. Of course, when the wind blows, someone's going to get damage on this lake.
Yeah.
It's just terrible. I saw the DOT had just barricaded the road on
simply coming up through the ground and uprooting trees. At Fixed Resort on the south side of Smith's Bay, 160 feet of shoreline in front of the resort collapsed. A boat with a dock connected floated across from the north side of the bay and landed at Fixed.
Look at here, Chief.
So some significant damage in Smith's Bay. Again, 160 feet of shoreline in front of the resort, Fixed Resort, collapsed, and a boat with a dock connected floated across, probably the same one we talked about earlier on Smith's Bay, and is now over as landed at Fixed Resort on the other side of the bay. So, Mary, with the reports continue to come in as the shorelines are collapsing.
Right, and we've got Joey Elbert on the phone, so let's see. Joey, where are you right now?
Mary, I'm reporting to you on our ComNet 2000 cellular telephone here at the south end of Big Spirit, and I'm straight north of that T intersection, north of Gable's Trading Post here in Spirit Lake. And the highway there going east and west is absolutely flooded over, and as you would expect, the spillway is absolutely flooded things here. Traffic really shouldn't be advised to go through there. There are some trucks and some that are, well off the ground, four-wheel drive vehicles that can make it through, but they have to go very slow. But they have blocked it off, as a matter of fact, here just to the east of the T intersection here. Again, we're located on the south end of Big Spirit. I haven't seen, as far as damages is concerned, as far as I've been able to go right now, as far as docks floating or anything like that. Some of the boat lifts, of course, are barely the top of them are even showing on some parts of the lake here. It's just absolutely unreal. We're still getting some pretty good rain here. It's a steady rainfall where I'm located right now. No winds to speak of right now, but as you...
Counties, and also for some southeastern South Dakota counties, the flash flood warning extended until 9 o'clock this evening. The flash flood warning over the tri-state area has been extended until 9. Thunderstorms produced heavy rain across much of the tri-state area this afternoon. Rainfall amounts between 1 and 3 inches were common, but local amounts near 5 inches have also been reported. Many county roads remain underwater and some creeks are flowing onto their banks, although the rain has ended over most of that area. Now, this is the one at Osceola and Lyon County and Nobles County of Minnesota. They still are recommending do not venture close to streams and creeks. Rapid currents can quickly...
I got one every way. Very green, it's starting to rain.
I can't take any pictures then.
Dude, it's raining. Camera's gonna get wet.
Once you go home, get the pickup. Running again, I'm tired.
Maybe we should go up.
Yeah, I went up there.
Well, they had that jump when I was there, and I was
Oh, yeah? Same junk?
that's what it's on.
Yeah, I know.
Way back. Whole one.
Look at how far down he is.
get out here and see the work.
couple mink down here. And a big one. There's two of them there. Yes, huh?
Beating tail there.